Extra, extra, it's a great story. Hi everyone, I'm Jacob. I'm the CowHatLibrarian, and I've got a great graphic novel to talk about tonight. It is Ink Girls by Marieke, Nijkamp, and Sylvia by. As the story starts, our heroine, Sylvia, works as a printer's apprentice. She helps lay out the type and helps print copies of whatever is on the printer's mind, whatever she would like to publish and share with their townsfolk. But in the course of things, the printers come across a pretty big story. The town magistrate is essentially stealing from the town, and she has proof, and she wants the public to know about it. This is a big story, and when Sylvia heads out to go get more paper to print the story and spread it over the town through this newspaper, she starts hearing rumblings that this might not be a good idea. This might not be safe. And she relays those concerns to the printer, and the printer blows them off. This is important. We need to spread this news. And it lands them in trouble with the town guards. They're arrested and taken to the Principessa, the ruler of the town, who happens to be the magistrate's sister. And things do not go well. They're told that this is not true, they cannot report it, and they're going to be held for a while. In the confusion, Sylvia managed to dodge between the guards and escape, and runs through the palace and ends up in the gardens running into a girl about her age named Elena, who's the Principessa's daughter. And she's concerned about the news that Sylvia has to share and agrees to help her. First, to escape from the palace, second, to find a safe place to be, and third, to find out what's really going on in town. This was great. The story was action-packed. There wasn't much downtime. It was a compelling story of the freedom of the press and reminding readers that journalists should be acting with this sort of integrity, should genuinely be telling stories without fear or favor. That was all to the good. Sylvia was a fun heroine, and the art style clear, colorful. Some of it is absolutely beautiful. There's a very, very distinct look here, which I really, really enjoyed and appreciated. And there's something else too. Sylvia has a physical disability. She walks with a cane. So the story features a heroine with a disability, which is great representation, but it takes it one step further. I've got a theory I've been thinking about for a few years about the stages of representation. And we generally start off with no representation at all. These personality traits, whether they be disability, gender, color, anything, just don't appear in books. And then we move up to issue books, where these things appear in the books, but they're the main focus of the book. They are the primary driver of the story. This is an issue, and we're going to talk about it. Even if it's done in a positive way, it's still an issue book. It's making a big deal about it. Then you get up to stories that have these things in the background. Background characters just living their lives. The story isn't about that particular physical disability or race or gender or anything else. And finally, you have a hero or a heroine, a protagonist, who is having their story told, and their physical disability is a part of it. Sylvia has her cane at all times, but it's not the focus of the story. Sylvia is who she is, She's a well-rounded, compelling character, and she also happens to have a physical disability. This is an incredible example of good representation in children's graphic novels, and I am thrilled to see it. This was fantastic. I give a ton of credit to the folks who created this for doing it so well. Cynthia walks with a cane. It does not define her, and that's wonderful. It's great as far as I'm concerned. Now, if you like things like newsprints by Rue Zhu, I think this would be a natural follow-along with the graphic novel format and the idea of newspapers and delivering news being a big part of the story. I think it would be a natural follow-along, and I'd really recommend this. Now, with that said, it wasn't quite perfect. There are spoilers ahead because I have to talk about the deal breaker. The deal breaker is simply this, and this is nitpicky as all get out, but throughout the book there are maps that sort of show a bit of the city and I guess try to give you a sense of where Cynthia and her friends and allies are going. And they're nice. It's neat to see the areas they go through. It didn't give me a real sense for how the city was put together. And I never felt like I knew where they were in spite of these maps. It adds a little bit of color. Their maps are fun, but ultimately I think they're pretty unnecessary. Still, this is a minor nitpick. The story was great. As it goes on, Cynthia and Elena find new allies. They learn more about what's been going on, and ultimately they get back into the print shop so they can print the full story of what's been happening. And when they do, the guards come to take them away to find out that the whole town is on their side this time. It was just a wonderful feel-good ending. The printer is released. Cynthia gets to go back to work apprenticing for her, and she still has her friends and allies, and it was good. Go borrow it from your local library. Well, I'm on that note. If you use and appreciate the services offered by your public library, why not take just 1 minute and tell the powers that be exactly that? Tell your mayor, tell a council member, tell your MP or MLA that you use and appreciate the services offered by your public library. We're at a time where some libraries are having trouble finding sustainable funding to continue improving the materials, programs, and services they offer. And a few good words in the right ears might make a world of difference. If by some chance you're a library staff member, don't forget, watching my videos counts as professional development time. With that, thanks for listening to me stop the presses to tell you all about this book. By all means, please like, please subscribe, and please check back and see what else I have to talk about from the Cow Hat Library. Thank you. Bye now.